Elijah, Andre just talked about the challenge in playing your position and this as an early enrollee. What's it been like for you this year?
There's a lot of challenges. I mean, learning the playbook and just learning the speed of the game. It's a lot faster game. So, I mean, you got to play a lot faster. There's just a lot of things you got to do to critique your technique to just move faster out there and compete.
Elijah, have you ever had a welcome to college moment here in spring?
Oh, yeah. First spring game. Stiff arm by smoke. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to happen, but, I mean, I learned from it. You know what I mean? Only going to improve from there.
I believe you're an extra year guy in high school at PRP. Is that correct? What went into that decision, and do you feel like that's paid off for you?
Oh, it's definitely paid off for me. I mean, obviously, you know where I'm at. I would say probably just wanting to play at this level and just the drive I had, putting all the work in on my off season to come back. I mean, the decision was obvious for me, you know what I mean? If you want to do this, you're going to do it, and you have no problem staying back. It's just a year. What's a year compared to your whole life?
When this your first year playing outside, playing cornerback spot?
Pretty much. So yeah. So my fifth year was my first year playing corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a receiver. So this is. I mean, I'm fairly new to corner, but I feel like I'm learning really quickly, and I mean.
You like it better?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love defense. I wouldn't change it. You know what I mean?
How much does your experience playing receiver help you playing corner?
Oh, it helps a lot. Just knowing the receiver mindset, just knowing the different route trees, and just knowing, you know, the distance of where routes are ran, I would say is the biggest thing.
What was the thing that kind of triggered the flip? You know, what
flip
from offense to defense?
My trainer Chris Bond, he had a major impact on me switching. You know, I went into his facility pretty much as a receiver. I was doing well, and he came to me and was like, how would you feel about switching to corner? I was like, obviously, like straight away, I was like, yeah, whatever can get me where I need to get. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he was a big impact on my decision on switching.
Elijah, how does it help your adjustment having all those other older Louisville guys you trained with Chris here on campus to kind of help you?
It helps a lot. I mean, just knowing people down here. I mean, I get to work with those dudes down there. I get to work with them down here. So, I mean, it helps a lot.
Carrington was a guy who trained there too.
Yeah.
How much has he kind of taken you under his wing?
I mean, he's a mentor for me, you know what I mean? So he helps me with a lot with the playbook, just different things. I go to him after almost every play, I ask him what I did wrong. If I did it right, I said, what could I do better, you know what I mean? So, I mean, he helps a lot.
You can talk about the culture here, the culture that Coach Stoops has built. How much of that have you seen from the older players, like teaching people like yourself to do what they need to do, and here's what you need to do, here's what you stay away from this? How much of that goes on?
I mean, a lot of it, not even just on the defensive side, offensive, but receivers. I've had a receiver come up to me and tell me how I could do better on guard him, you know what I mean? If he wins the rep, you could have done this better. So, I mean, it's really family. And no one downplays anybody. Everyone wants everybody to win. So, I mean, everyone's pretty close.
Is that what you expected coming here, or have you been surprised by it at all?
No, that's what I expected. Yeah, I expected it to be like that.
Coach Stoops and Coach White have been, pretty vocal about there's opportunity at corner, need depth at that position. Do you sense that even though you're just now getting here, there's a chance to play?
Right. Yeah, I feel like there's a huge chance to play. I mean, the dudes we have in our corners room, I mean, there's a bunch of special dudes in there. You know what I mean? Everyone can do stuff differently. It's just how you play it and how you produce it on the field. So.
What do you have to do to be in that mix?
I would just say, in general, just compete. You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to, is competing and play the game. I mean, it's football at the end of the day. You just got to compete.
What makes it, as a guy from Louisville, it makes this an attractive destination compared to maybe some other schools that you could have went to in this thing?
Right. Main thing for me, it was close to family. I don't have to go very far to get back home. Right down the street. I mean, that was the main reason. So I can also get back to my trainer, and I can train in the gym back home. I mean, it's pretty much easy transportation.
It's not unheard of a cornerback playing receiver, starting receiver as a freshman. How you feel about being able to get that, be one of those guys?
It's a great feeling. I mean, it feels so great just knowing, because I put in all the work to get to it. Just like every day, I'd be at practice at school, right after school, pretty much end at like 7, go straight to the gym, work until like 10. I wouldn't leave the gym until like 10 at night, almost every day. So I mean, just to know that work I put in really mattered. I mean, it means everything.
You're a freshman academically, but you know, physically you are sort of like a redshirt freshman. I would think. You know, and do you sense that, like, just from having that year where you kind of went back to high school?
Yeah. I mean, there's it's kind of a feeling like that, but I mean, you know, I'm ready to come in here and do what I can do for the team.
Has there been a toughest assignment from the offensive side of the ball, or a guy you have the most fun competing against?
I have fun competing against Chauncey. You know, Chauncey, he's a really good route runner. He knows how to create space. There's just different things he does in his game that makes it fun to play against him. And plus, even when he's not running a route, he's going to come at you to block you. I mean, I've got put on my butt like at least twice by him so far. It's going to happen, you know what I mean? He's an older dude. But I mean, he's definitely the funnest dude I've went up against.
All right.